So, you want to know how to get 1,000 subscriber in 1 week? It's been a while since I've made a video about how to get 4,000 hours watch time. You can find in the description. Today I'm going back to a topic that has been heavily requested. I'm going to talk about how to grow your YouTube channel and specifically about ways that you can be guaranteed to get 1,000 subscriber in 1 week. So many people have a false thought of thinking that it's extremely hard or maybe even impossible to grow a YouTube channel nowadays. But it's actually the exact opposite. It's never been easier to become successful on YouTube, and that also goes for all kinds of other online places where you can produce videos and basically everything. Whether you're making websites on Google and trying to get them to be seen by a lot of people through searches and stuff like that. This is actually a lot easier than it seems. Lots of people try to make it seem complicated so they could sell you really high expensive courses, so that they can make money of this, but that's not what we do here on this channel. Now obviously most people that are here on this video, in particular whether or not you're subscribed to me, actually if you're not subscribed to me, just go ahead and do that, subscribe right now. You will definitely enjoy the content, I guarantee it. And that is also another step on how to become successful on YouTube. Just tell people to subscribe to you. It actually works. But since you're here on this video, you are obviously worried about how to become successful specifically on YouTube. Don't worry. I will give you a day-by-day step process since this is a 1 week thing. It is 100% legit. The first thing you need to do is just take a look at everything you've accomplished already. Maybe you haven't accomplished that much. Perhaps you only have 0 subscribers, and even if you're just getting started or may even just starting your brand today as we speak, and then that's perfectly fine because it doesn't matter. But maybe you already have like a couple hundred subscribers. Regardless of how many you have when you get started, you just have pretty much the same amount of chances of becoming successful as anyone else. But right now, we're going to be worried about what you are currently doing and how you can improve that. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things that you can try out. I'm going to help you out. But before we get into all that, I'm going to give you some quick examples on how you can improve your performance on YouTube without even using any outside help. Now, looking at your videos and being upset about them not getting the amount of views and subscribers as you may have wanted when you first started, is really easy to basically blame YouTube and other things about that except yourself. It's hard to step into the viewer's perception and understand exactly what you would click on and what would make a video successful. There's no way to learn that kind of a trait until you just have experience. But the most important thing to know at the very least is the title and thumbnail, the description, and everything else comes last. On the first day and every single day of this week, I want you to take 30 minutes to try to step into the perception of a potential YouTube viewer, and what you would click on and what would attract your attention. The way you can do this is just by simply going by your daily routine and watching YouTube videos as you most likely already do. Except when you're watching them, instead of just mindlessly absorbing them, going to the next video, analyze precisely each video that you find enticing. In which video you subconsciously want to click on, and then try to understand the exact reason why you want to click on that video. Is it because the title and thumbnail is something that you're interested in? And on top of that, is it because the title and thumbnail is captivating to you? Maybe it's simple and to the point. Maybe it's even just a preview of the video that you hover over and it entices you to click and see the rest. Just try to think about those things and then apply it to your next video. When making YouTube thumbnails, make sure that you have simplicity in mind. It's basic fact that our eyes are automatically going to be attracted to bright colors and stuff like that. Generally, tanks over an overlay background will do just fine in attracting someone's attention, and a simple 5-minute session in Photoshop, or even a free software that you can download or use online, will work to create something like that. So what I would recommend you doing is getting a notebook, simply writing down this stuff down along with your ideas every single day. Oh, and by the way, if you plan on actually getting 1,000 subscribers in a single week, then you have to make videos and actually work. So if you weren't planning on doing that, unfortunately you must just stop watching this video now, because you're not going to do it correctly. Sometimes when you're just getting started on YouTube it's a hit or miss type of situation, and it's most likely a miss, so it's best that you just try to upload as much as possible. And also make each video good quality to increase your chances of getting views on YouTube. Now to finally get into probably what most of you want. I want to talk about TubeBuddy, which is a free browser extension and mobile app that truly will help you with basically everything that you can imagine on YouTube. And pretty much anything that you could ever want to do in terms of making video ideas, titles, generating thumbnails from your videos, generally understanding how the YouTube algorithm works. Another good example is TubeBuddy's main competitor, but also a very likely candidate of being the best YouTube toolbox that you can get into, called vidIQ. Now, vidIQ basically has the same operations as TubeBuddy, except they add a lot of stuff into YouTube that could actually just be simply interesting from a viewer's standpoint, even if you're not trying to use the data for your own personal growth on YouTube. What they offer is a sidebar on YouTube which can give you a lot of extra data about that video, which could just be generally interesting to look at even if you don't want to use it for anything. Now, for the first day and 2 days of doing this experiment, I want you to get both vidIQ and TubeBuddy and try them out, and if you enjoy them, get the paid version for each one and then use them to craft the best title and thumbnail idea that you could possibly do on each video. And by the way, I'm not telling you to do certain things on certain days. You should be applying all of these things on each day. I'm just telling you which days you should start doing them on. In fact, the more that you do, the better your success you'll get out of it. So just do everything you could possibly fit in one single day of time. On day 3, I want you to go to channelpages.com. On there, make a 100% free account. Then find someone who's around your channel size in terms of total views and subscribers. Then make a collaboration with them. It's easy to come in contact with them simply by contacting them through the website, and then you could collaborate, and within a single day you could be making a video with them, and you could be sharing your content to a whole other audience of people. Don't underestimate the power of this, because it truly will help you. Now on day 4, what I want you to do is take some time to review every single thing that was successful in the last 4 days of everything you've done. Then, find the thing that worked the best and repeat it from now on throughout the rest of the week. It could have simply been your thumbnail style, your title style, whatever worked the best. You can just repeat that from that point on. And if you don't know exactly how to find what worked best, you can use vidIQ and TubeBuddy because they offer a video performance chart. And also don't forget to use YouTube's built-in impression system, which will tell you exactly your video's impression rate, click-through rate, which will tell you how good your thumbnails are, and a general idea of how many people are clicking on them. And if not many people are clicking on them, then you know to change your title and thumbnail. When it comes to that now, there is an extremely big problem that so many people have hard time getting over. And that's the simple problem that you are not able to get monetized until you have a certain amount of subscribers and total watch time hours. And the problem is not simply the money, because at that point you're not making that much anyways. The problem is that YouTube itself only wants to promote videos that are going to give them a lot of money. So if your videos are not monetized, the chances of it going viral or YouTube automatically wanting to serve it to a lot of people is probably going to be a lot less. Now what you need to get over this is simply 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. If you're the type of person who truly be worried about achieving these numbers, then I would simply recommend doing something that I usually wouldn't recommend doing. But using Google AdWords promote your channel, I would find this to be a simple waste of money, because I wouldn't recommend this to be a suitable way to become successful on YouTube, due to the amount of how expensive it is simply to get started with it and how impractical it is to actually grow on YouTube like that. But if you are worried about making money straight off the bat and having a higher chance of your videos taking off and going viral from the very beginning, then I would recommend going that way. It's a brute force method which basically allows you to get to the recommended limits of monetization on YouTube before anyone else could even say anything about it. But if you're not rich, then you're not going to be able to do this, because Google Ads are extremely expensive and are primarily made for companies that are promoting their products that have a crap ton of money to waste on them. On days 5 through 7, these are going to be your most successful days. If you do everything correctly. If you have done every single thing that I've said correctly up to this point and diligently have made videos every single day and have tried every single thing that has worked up to this point, you should be experiencing the most amount of growth that you've ever experienced throughout the entire week. At this point, you should be achieving at least well over 1,000 subscribers by day 7, which is also the end of the week. And finally, when you've done all that, we've made it to the end of the week. And you now have 1,000 subscribers. Wait. You don't? Well, that sucks. Well, I would be lying if I said that everyone was guaranteed to have results by the end of the week. Because obviously it's quite impossible for that to happen, since not everyone is going to be able to have what it takes to be a full-time successful content creator. So, thanks for watching. And I hope that you can take some of this information into action and learn how to basically 100% become a guaranteed famous YouTuber. It's actually really simple. It just takes work, time and effort that you could all fit into a 7-day period of time. So if you did enjoy this, make sure to subscribe and just kindly attack that little thumb button.